What is up, guys, and welcome back to the fifth quarter, hosted by Corbin, John, and the Guru, of course. We're back with nothing but football in a different way how we're formatting it this episode, but nonetheless, like I said, it's all about football. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment. Alright, guys, here we are, and usually we start off with the recap. Obviously, last week we talked about a bunch of scandals. Thankfully, no scandals this week, unless you're Jackson Mahomes. What the fuck you doing, my guy?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, very disrespectful. What the fuck? But fixing up with the fantasy discount player of the week or whatever, we are going to start off today's show with Hero or Zero, and we have something special coming in afterwards, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah. So hero or zero, I'm going to start off with John here. Give me your hero.
All right, my first hero of the week. I'm gonna go Derrick Henry. He was the hungry dog.
He is.
The beast.
The hungry dog.
The hungry dog.
The signs.
The signs. Shout out Jersey Jerry. My man had 20 carries, 143 rushing yards, averaging 7 yards a carry, with 3 touchdowns. That's a big man.
Against what some people are saying, the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, against the Bills.
Buffalo,
against the Bills.
Like
and my other hero of the week, CeeDee Lamb. He balled out too.
he did.
9 receptions, 149 receiving yards, with 2 touchdowns against my Patriots.
And one of those touchdowns was the walk-off.
Yeah. Patriots are looking good, but Mac Jones made some rookie mistakes.
And who's your zeros?
My zeros of the week, just the Chicago Bears. Aaron Rodgers made you the zero of the week. He owns you. He owns you. He fucking owns you.
The zero was that one fan in the stadium that yelled at Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you see it? It was like there was a woman flipping him off
Yeah.
with 2 little fingers, and then a kid doing that.
But
It
guess
was
what?
like, what the fuck?
He owns you. He owns that stadium. He owns the
reminded
Chicago
him.
Bears.
He reminded him.
He's the reason that you don't make the playoffs. He's the reason why you are shit.
I think that was their 29th time meeting ever since Aaron Rodgers has become starting quarterback, and I think that was his 23rd win.
And then my other
Quite impressive.
zero of the
It is.
week, Jared Goff.
The only time the man able to get an award this
Dan
year.
Camp, when your head coach comes out and says he's a nice guy, but there's just nothing good after that. Dan Camp was pretty much saying this man needs to show up. He needs to make some plays, and he's not doing it. He only had 200 yards passing and an interception.
He's a fraud. He's always been a fraud. He got that back. He robbed the Rams after that defense and the rest of the team took him to the Super Bowl that year. And Goff sucked. And then
Goff didn't suck that season. You can't say that.
He was all right. He was a decent quarterback that season, okay. But the rest of that team carried into that Super Bowl. Then you got your ass fucking handed to you. Is what happened.
I wouldn't say
Ever since that, you've been shit. You
You
didn't even show up in that Super Bowl.
You did not.
I mean,
3 points.
No, don't get me wrong. Yeah, but in my defense, did either team show up in that Super Bowl?
When the score is 13-3, and that's New England's most outscored Super Bowl, that's when you know it's a problem.
Well, no, yeah, most definitely.
I'm going to say you got your ass handed to you because your defense held the Patriots to 13 points, and you put up 3. You suck.
Well, yeah.
Bottom line.
Well, no, yeah,
You suck. You shouldn't even be in the league.
But I'm just saying in that.
He's a backup for when your quarterback pulls a Joe Theismann and busts his leg, and then you got to bring this guy in. So he ain't even that good of a backup.
So who would you rather have right now, Tua or him?
I take Tua over him.
No, we're moving on.
Oh.
We're moving on.
No, you know what? No, I take that back because Tua, you fucking suck too. You shouldn't even be a pro player either. You should be still stuck in college.
All right.
I think they're both backups.
They're
Jared
both
Goff a little bit.
backups.
I think he's on the line. He's on the fine line.
Tua's like a.
Tua's definitely a backup.
I'm not going to go there. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I would rather have. I mean, I'm not hurt by it. He's a fucking lion now.
I was going to bring up your boy.
Who's my boy?
Tua's an RG3.
No, don't. RG3's better. Don't even say that.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
That's another.
Don't even say that.
RG3 had
Okay.
a good season, but.
So to continue on with Hero Zero, I'll give my hero and zero out. My hero this week, I went with a kicker.
Ooh.
I think the first and only time it'll happen. He goes by the name of Matthew Wright, plays for Jacksonville. He had 3 field goals that whole game. 2 of them made the final 6 points for Jacksonville that resulted in their first win.
And had us covering.
Yes, and had us covered too. That plus 3.5. Might I say, influenced by John. John pulled up to the house. We were getting ready to record. I didn't know what to pick for this. He said Jags plus 3.5. I said, you know what, John? You're a fucking genius.
I said,
and he is.
Hey, we got that bum starting for Miami.
And you're in Jacksonville.
Do you remember what I said?
Jacksonville, that heart was getting tighter,
And-
and it just had a.
Is it safe to say Jacksonville had home field advantage, though, in London? They love them out there. They're always there.
I think so. Yeah, they always are out there. Well, they get
They
the
do-
London's kind of like the shit games, and Jacksonville just gets the shit games.
Yeah.
For one, it's on neutral ground, and for two, remember what I said last week. You look at this schedule, and if they're not going to go 0-17, and they're going to win one game, it was going to be this game against the Dolphins.
They'll
And
probably.
beat- and they won.
Oh yeah, the Jags
They
will
beat
probably lose out.
There's only one.
They'll
team.
probably lose
There's
out,
only
but
one-
that game is like they got to win it.
You think they're gonna lose
they-
out?
They could. I don't know what their schedule is.
I'll bet you on that.
My 0 though, I'm giving to the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ooh, they look bad.
You were a
Sucked.
4-1 powerhouse first 5 games. You get thrashed 34-6 to the Baltimore Ravens, who, yes, granted, are another phenomenal team, but this was kind of like your first real competition, I feel like, this season. Herbert, you're only pulling up with 1 tutty and 195 yards. Rushing yards as a team, only 26. Not just overall a shit performance. And they were 0-3 on like 4th down conversions, too, which, like,
Fuck the Ravens
And-
for
and-
that. After I drop your defense, and you're gonna do that to a great offense. Yeah, fuck you.
just overall, if you're a Charger, it's not a fun time to be a Charger right now. So no, yeah. So
Reality.
my hero, Matthew Wright, you got the win for Jacksonville, and 0 the Chargers. You got your now 2nd loss on the year, but in my opinion, the most brutal one thus far.
Yep.
Guru, give me yours.
It was kind of, well, I'm just thinking back to that. It was kind of weird because they beat some good teams.
Oh well, yeah.
They
Most
beat
definitely.
the Chiefs,
I didn't
and they
think the
beat the crap teams. But then you come up against the Ravens, you can't even put up a fight.
Yeah, I didn't think the
That's
Ravens
the
were
whole
that
thing.
good. The Colts were putting up a fight. And the Colts.
Yeah.
Right, and I get that you didn't beat the Ravens. The Ravens beat you, but you got your ass blown out. You didn't even put up a fight. You didn't show
This
up.
might be
And that was surprising to me. I figured it'd be a closer game.
This might be my hot take of the episode, and I still feel like it's a little bit too early to tell. Last year, we could see it with this team. The Ravens are kind of giving me vibes of, like, the Steelers of last year. They're getting some easy wins, but, like, when you kind of break down their schedule, like,
they've been getting easy wins.
but at the same time, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of theirs are comebacks, but I think when you look at the Ravens' schedule and how the games went, they're 5-1 now. They could be easily 1-5.
Yeah, but they could also be easily undefeated right now.
I mean, true, but at the same time, it's like they're the type of team to where if you play the what-if game, which I feel like can be very heavy for
Well,
them.
you can't play the what if game.
But I feel like you can, though, to kind of...
Well, what game?
You can't
You
play
could've-
what
you
if.
got- could've
You can't
got
play
beat by the-
what if because
could-
they're guess what?
The Chiefs could have beat you, but then you had the Lions, Broncos, and Colts. The Colts might have beat you, but Lions, Broncos, forget about it. If you're
Hold on,
getting
let me
beat by
see
those
this.
teams,
No, because looking at this right now, Colts, they came back on. Lions, they obviously had the game-winning
it's the
field goal.
Lions.
Here,
But
let
then
me go-
again, the Lions, that was a 2-point game too. So
Here, let me
I'd
go
be-
through their game.
I'd be suspect of that too.
Raiders, Ravens. Obviously, Ravens sucked that game. Raiders won it. Chiefs, Ravens. Chiefs blew a lead. Obviously, Ravens won. Ravens, Lions, like we said, field goal. Justin Tucker. Ravens, Broncos. That was just an ass whooping that they gave to Denver. Colts, Ravens.
Colts
choked. So it's like Ravens. They're finishing.
Colts gave
I
me-
might take back on some easy wins there, but at the same time, it's like this is a team to where like they might be 5-1 now, but I'm not sold on them yet.
I've never sold on them.
I just don't know.
I'm never sold on
They're
them.
a very dangerous team, in my opinion,
They're
to
weird
kind
because
of put some trust in.
A lot of the
like
game,
it.
a lot of the games these years so far, it's like is it one or two players are injured and they're out that makes that big of a difference? Because you look at teams like you go back to the Packers Saints game. Why are teams doing so great one week and then they get beat by a shitty team the next week? It's weird.
Well, yeah.
Not prepared.
I feel like
know?
that's the Saints. So that's kind of been the Saints' trend this year. Like one week they're hot, next week they don't show
Saints
up.
suck.
But there's
The
a
Saints
lot of
aren't
trends
good.
like that this year.
Oh yeah. Also, scoot your seat in real quick, a little bit. I don't know, right there. But yeah, go with your hero or 0. Hero and 0.
Okay, the hero, I agree with John. Derrick Henry, you had a beast of a game. We're just going to leave it at that. John touched on that one. But the 0 is Sean McDermott. What the fuck were you doing? What the fuck was that? You kicked the field goal, put it and take your chances in overtime. They knew you got one of the biggest quarterbacks in the league, and they knew the sneak was coming, and they snuffed your ass. That was a bad call on your part. I was surprised that you even called that because when you called the timeout, I thought that I was waiting for the field goal unit to come on, and then when he came right back on, and like, what are we running, coach? Oh yeah, the quarterback sneak again, and they stuffed you, and you blew that game. Okay, not only did you blow that game, you blew my fucking parlay, and you fucked me in fantasy football. So thanks a lot, Sean. You're my 0 of the week.
No, I think obviously we watched the end of that game together. and it was kind of a very anticlimactic play at the end. I personally would have went for overtime because
Why wouldn't they though? They're not a losing team. They don't. Lose. They don't. They like this team. This game like matters to them. So you need that overtime.
yeah. So and I don't understand because I mean that might be a game where don't get me wrong. I still think the Bills are going to finish strong. Titans. As slow as they started off, I could still see them finishing strong, but this might be a loss that will fuck over the Bills when it comes standing time.
It could be because I tell you what, I think the Titans are rolling now.
The Titans
I think
are.
they are too.
They kind after getting their ass clapped week 1 by the Cardinals, they kind of said, "All right,
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Just like, all right.
So I had enough of this shit.
No
We're the
worries.
Titans. Let's go.
Also, if you break down Derrick Henry's like consistent like getting so many yards this week, like every other week and shit, he's kind of in the realm right now of like he's in some groups of some Hall of Famers that we need to start paying attention to a
Well, if
little
he
bit more.
keeps on going with these 2,000 rushing yards a season, then yeah.
But no, like I'm talking like consistent like I forgot what the stat was I found on Twitter, but it was absolutely insane. Derrick Henry is fucking on a roll right now. So that was hero or zero. Now we're gonna kind of transition into a little special occasion today here. This is if the season ended now. So as of today, it's the 20th of October.
20th, yeah.
October 20th at 7:59 p.m. right now. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to think of a number 1 through 10, and the Guru and John will pick a number. Closest to me will pick the conference they want, whether it be NFC or AFC. Whatever two teams they have, well, whichever teams that they have in the AFC representing an NFC, I will choose a Super Bowl matchup. So I'm basically just kind of, if you've been watching some Marvel What If, I'm the watcher right now. I'm just waiting for it to get to that end game goal right there.
Shout out Disney.
Shout out Disney
like,
as well.
You like the Hunger Games. You
Sponsor us.
Exactly. I'm just
put
waiting
them on
for it
your
to
little
kind of...
computer world, and you're going to control it.
Yeah, this is a simulation right now. So with that being said, I have my number. John?
We'll go 6.
Guru?
5.
John was closest. My number was 8. Choose NFC or AFC.
I'll go, I think he wants the NFC, so I'll give it to him. I'll take the AFC.
All right, he's got the AFC, Guru, NFC here. We're going to start with the AFC, since John did win the number guess in the head or whatever. So obviously, as of right now, first seed, the Ravens, they get the bye if it were to end. Number 2 seed, we got the Chargers. 3, the Titans. 4, the Bills. Like I said, that loss might fuck them over in standings, and right now it would. 5th seed, Bengals. 6, Raiders. 7th, Steelers. So we're going to start off with the matchup of Chargers versus the Steelers. John, who advances?
Oh, Chargers, definitely. I don't see Steelers competing in that game.
Do you see this?
Because Chargers at home, I don't think Steelers are that type of team to be able to go into a differential stadium and win.
Okay.
I think that's when Justin Herbert gets his first playoff win.
Now, a question I'll ask with these two teams: do you see both of these teams making the playoffs or just one?
Steelers, no. Chargers, yes.
Okay, so Chargers advance right there. They move on. Next game, we got Titans going up against the Raiders right now. Who do you have here?
That's Raiders not having a head coach kind of scares me. I think they're going to do that type of thing where, they look good without their coach, and then later in the season comes, they fall down. So I don't even know if the Raiders are going to make it.
I know, because we both had them
But,
making the playoffs.
yeah, with no Chucky right now, I'd have to take Titans.
So Chargers and Titans advance, and now the final matchup, which in my opinion, when you look at it on paper and how the two teams are, you might think it's a blowout. I think it's interesting. We got Bills versus Bengals.
I think that's an interesting matchup. But I think you still have to take Bills in that. There's still that hungry team that wants to make it to the Super Bowl, and Joe Burrow is still a little bit young. Not saying that Josh Allen's old.
Well, no, yeah.
I think
More
they're
experience.
more experienced. He's been in the situation, and I think Bills outlast that Bengals game.
So, as of right now, which would be heading into the divisional round, we have Ravens going against the Bills, rematch of last year, and then Chargers versus Titans. I'm going to leave that there. We're going to now transition over to the NFC. We'll go by rounds, of course. This round being wild card. Guru. We have the number 1 seed with the bye, the Arizona Cardinals. Expected they're 6-0. Buccaneers number 2, Packers number 3, the scary Cowboys at number 4, my Rams number 5, LASIK Jameis and the Saints are number 6, and Kirk Cousins, that fucker always finds a way in the playoff as the fucking bottom seed. He did this time, and guess what? In his first matchup, he's going up against the reigning champ and the GOAT, the Buccaneers versus the Vikings. Who wins that?
Bucks.
You don't want to explain?
Simple.
No, because you know what? It's not going to be the Saints. And the Vikings have a Saints kryptonite when it comes to the playoffs. But no, they're not going to beat the Bucs in the playoffs. No way.
All right, so Bucks advance there. Now we have Packers going up against the Saints, a rematch of Week 1, which was the worst performance we have ever seen in the Aaron Rodgers Packers era. With as wishy-washy as the Saints team has been, do you see them going into Lambeau right now and taking a game?
No. Packers win this game, especially after the ass whooping in Week 1.
That is true.
They're going to get revenge. You're going into Lambeau. It's going to, the weather's cooling down. It's at fall football Lambeau season where the Packers are rolling. Yeah,
I feel
Packers take this game.
I feel like it's very, in my opinion, I wouldn't doubt it if we get a Packers Saints matchup in the wild card round because it's very Saint-ish to pull off, to completely drop their load on a team early on in the year and then get bounced by them in the playoffs. I mean, it happened last year with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had the Bucks number all regular season and then come time playoffs they just lost. So I could see that happening there. Now, in my opinion, the most interesting matchup. And as a fan of the Rams, I don't like this if the playoffs were to happen. We got Cowboys versus the Rams.
This is a tough one.
That's a tough one.
I don't like it.
They're both the same.
But you know what? I think, and this is if everything's going to happen today, the way they're playing, I'm picking Cowboys.
I don't blame you for
beat
that.
your Rams.
Honestly, I don't blame you. Do you want to explain a little bit why on that though? Because a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot on football Reddits, Twitter and shit. People, when it comes to the top 3 teams, they say it's Cardinals, Rams, and Bills.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, no, Cardinals and Bills. I wouldn't agree with the Rams.
You can't put the Rams in the
Okay.
You can't put the Rams and the Cardinals together.
But what's going to happen? I think the Cowboys they got that powerhouse offense. They got so many weapons on offense, and that defense is starting to step up and play better.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is going to be.
Trayvon Diggs too. Shout out Trayvon Diggs.
I think it's going to be the key is that defense because the Rams defense they're not too consistent this year.
Yeah,
they're not that Rams defense of years a couple years ago.
No, yeah, and I feel like too another thing. I mean, granted, the Rams are a good team overall, but I also think that offense at times, like you kind of need a little bit of defibrillator to start them up. I mean, granted, they started getting shit popping against the Giants. I mean, they blew them out last week, but they started laying it on them in the second half.
The Giants were competing, yeah.
Yeah, for a minute I thought we were going to lose like they did against the Jets last year.
Yeah, you almost saw a comeback right there, but no, I think the Cowboys are a more consistent team. I think they're a little bit better team than the Rams.
So heading into the divisional round for the NFC, we got Cardinals versus Cowboys, Buccaneers versus Packers. In my opinion, 2 phenomenal games I would not mind getting come time this January.
Those would be great games.
Let's go back to the AFC, though. We got to finish that off. Head into the AFC Championship round. John, I'm going to start with the 1v4 matchup. Ravens versus Bills.
Right now, I'd have to take the Bills.
Really?
I like the Ravens. They're actually, I don't want to kind of expose my team of the week right now. They're my team of the week. But I just think the Bills they're the team in the AFC this year.
I mean, it's kind of hard because obviously when you look at it, Josh Allen has been to that moment before Lamar. But especially this season, seeing all the comeback wins, who would you trust in that type of playoff environment right now? This season, Lamar or Josh?
Oh, that's hard. Because Lamar's been that fourth quarter comeback kid right now. But I think the Bills are just a better overall team right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, Ravens wins are like kind of sketchy right now. They're sketching me out.
Mm-hmm.
Just a Lions game. I don't believe if the Lions are competing with you, I don't know if I trust you.
The respect. I mean, in all respect there, because they are the Lions at the end of the day.
And they make you drink.
Yeah. So the Bills advance. They go to another AFC Championship game. Hopefully this time they can go to the Super Bowl and win it for once. But with that being said, there are 2 teams that they would have to be potentially going up against. Chargers or Titans. Who you got?
Ooh, that's a good game.
That's a
good game. But
I know who I got right now.
I know who I got.
That's an easy one.
I think I take Titans.
I was the only one with the Chargers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I take Titans too.
I think the Chargers are just not experienced enough for that situation. The Titans have been in that. They've been in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, a couple of years back when they were 9-7.
Yeah, they've been. That's they have Ryan Tannehill, who's I'm not saying he's a veteran quarterback. I'm not gonna hype him up, but he's been in these type of situations. They have Julio Jones, who's been to the Super Bowl. They have a good defense.
But my thing is,
I
it's
just
like,
don't see the Chargers are too young of a team right now to compete with that Titans team.
I mean,
Now, if the Chargers beat the Ravens last week, would you have a little bit different view on it, or you still would be with the Titans?
I think I'd still have Titans because I think Titans are, like you said, rolling right now.
Yeah.
That win against the Bills is good.
They got some momentum.
Yeah.
my only thing is,
They look a little iffy beginning of the season, but they also what, the Cardinals?
yeah, week 1.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, my main thing is when it comes to the Chargers and with this matchup against the Titans, I feel like the Titans defense, I'm not sold on them. I'm sold on the Chargers offense. Last week, not really, but like I feel like that's a thing too that you always keep saying. They've been in that position before, and regular season and playoff, 2 different ball games.
The only kryptonite for Titans is a good front four.
Yeah.
A team that likes to rush 8.
Yeah.
And that's what the Ravens did to him last year in the playoffs. And that's the only way I think you're going to beat the Titans. But now with Julio Jones as another weapon, I think it's going to be kind of hard just to rush 8 now. It keeps you
Yeah.
back.
I mean, shit, the catch he had off the defender's
I
helmet.
saw that. I know, that's like the only.
Tannehill's got to get the ball out quick
Yeah.
too. It ain't like he's got time to
Yeah.
throw back there. And
But yeah, I think I definitely take.
You
that.
can't rely on Derrick Henry too, because obviously they did that last year and didn't pan out.
right.
So the AFC Championship matchup, we got Titans versus Bills. Let's go back to the NFC real quick. We got Cardinals versus Cowboys. Who you got?
Gee, these are tough.
These two
That's-
matchups.
just
That'd
like
be a
the
good
AFC.
game. That'd be a good.
That'd be a
game.
great game. I'd like to see it. Jeez.
I got mine. Who I'd pick.
Yeah, yours, Johnny.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Say it. I know who you want to say too.
You know who I want to say?
I know you want to
You're
say
gonna
them.
just
Cards.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Cowboys.
Oh, I was going Cowboys too.
I was taking Cardinals.
I don't believe in the Cardinals.
I'm taking
I don't think
Cardinals.
anyone believes.
I'm
in the
gonna go-
Cardinals right now.
Oh, I do. I'm a firm Cardinals believer.
This would be
So why
tough.
did you take them?
But I said
I did take them.
I'll pick the
I thought he
Cardinals.
was
But
picking
you know,
Cowboys though.
this
Yeah.
is a crapshoot. This is a toss up. This
It
is
is.
a hard game. Both teams are, rolling right now.
That's a type of game that when it comes time to playoffs, you don't care who wins. You just want great football out of it, and you will get that.
And that's what you would get. You get a hell of a shootout. Hopefully, it goes down to the last play
Yeah.
of the game. But
So
I'll pick the Cards because I don't know why. I'm just gonna pick the Cards. It's that tough of a pick. It'd be too, it's pretty much flipping a coin. Okay, I'll take them.
So Cardinals, they move on now. We got the a matchup of the AFC of the NFC Championship game last year. We got Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. Does the Aaron Rodgers revenge tour continue, or does Tom Brady just prove himself?
Packers.
Cowboys or Bucks Packers.
Bucks Packers.
Yeah.
My
I
apologies.
think I said
Yeah, I think this is the revenge tour. I don't think Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they've been there the last 2 years.
They've been there the last 4. It feels like.
Yeah,
always.
I'm going Packers here. I think
that's secondary for Buck, especially if it ended right now. Remind you.
Yeah, that's like
right
the
now.
Bucks,
Because
they're
it-
so hurt in the defense.
you see with Kansas City, it's
Sherman's
so
out.
it's so hard to repeat. It ain't hard to get to the NFC. You can repeat to the NFC Championship game, which a lot of people are going to pick the Bucks. But I think right now, the way the teams are playing, the Packers just have that Aaron Rodgers magic, and I think they can do it. I think they can beat the Packers.
It's just
Bucks
so
right now.
hard though to bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs.
I've learned that.
It is.
many times.
It's just even with him without a defense, because in New England, he's had some defense on New England,
But he's never had stout
he's never had
defenses,
like a.
like a Legion of Boom. Or
He's
some
had
shit.
the New England defense that would give up more than 24 points a game, and he'd have to outscore.
Yeah.
But you look at the last, the NFC Championship game last year. These games with these teams that are so good, it's always that one mistake, whether that one interception, that one fumble, that one turnover, whatever it is, makes or breaks those games. Are that close.
Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers not running it in for a touchdown.
Yeah. And then obviously them not
Yeah,
going.
a play like that.
No, them going for. They went for the field goal, right? Yeah, they went for.
Yeah,
the
they
field
took the
goal.
field goal. Fucking, I don't even want to go there.
So NFC Championship game, we got Cardinals versus Packers. AFC, we got Titans versus Bills. Let's see who's representing the AFC. Titans or Bills, John?
Rematch of this week. I think it's. I know. Well, if we're ending it right now, I'd have to take Titans, but I'm not going to. I don't.
I would still take Bills.
I still think Bills are the best team in the AFC. They've been on that. They've been right below the Chiefs, and now the Chiefs are kind of gone.
They're just
But see,
getting over
is it? We're picking if it was happened today, the way they're playing today.
Yes.
The Titans got more momentum right now than the Bills.
I think they have momentum, but I think that if the Bills played their cards right in that Monday night game, I think they would have won it.
Yeah,
if it went overtime, Bills win.
If they play that,
Right.
if that game gets played out 10 times, I think Bills win that like
And you think
seven,
yeah.
out, 7 out of 10 times.
you're
Oh,
not going to
100%.
go undefeated.
Yeah.
You're going to lose some games. That's just one of the games you lost.
Titans just
But
played
you
them.
lost it to a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titans were home too. That was at
And that's
Titans.
Yes, it was in Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have the Bills representing the AFC heading to the Super Bowl. What Super Bowl are we on now? 57, 55? It was 50 in
56?
2015, so
With-
it's
yeah,
56.
With Peyton Manning
56.
was, and then it was Tom Brady, and then Tom Brady.
Tom Brady all the
Tom
damn
Brady.
time. So Guru, Cardinals or Packers? Who's going up against the Bills?
You know what? The Cards, they had a heck of a run. First time in the NFC Championship game in how many years? But the Packers, they beat them.
Hey,
I like
whose
it.
Super Bowl
That
prediction was it?
experience.
Who said the Packers are going to the Super Bowl?
It's that experience. They've been in there before. I don't see them losing against the Card. You know, I can't say if they get there and lose, it's going to be by a better team because the Cards are just as good as right now as any team in the NFC.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to pick Packers. I think their experience and who would have home field right now?
If it was Packers Bills, it would be Packers. But obviously, it doesn't matter because home field doesn't matter in Super Bowl
I just noticed.
unless you're playing in Buffalo or Lambeau.
Oh, we're at no. This was the NFC Championship game. Are
Yeah,
we
you
at the
pick-
Super Bowl now?
Yeah, we're at Super Bowl now. You pick Packers, right?
Yeah, Packers are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so
now
it's
we got Packers Bills.
Packers Bills, which is my decision now.
Ah, okay.
So now he gets to decide.
Now I get to decide.
Do we have a comment on it? Can we,
Yeah.
give our...
We all
You
got
guys
one.
can comment. I see the battery's getting a little bit low there for a minute. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna think on it real quick.
He's going to give you your
Change the
answer
Yeah.
after the break.
battery. We'll be right back.
I just noticed I'm wearing a green shirt.
All right, guys. The moment has come. Bills, Packers, Super Bowl 56. If the season ended today, October 20th. On one side, let me explain this real quick. On one side, you have the Packers, a team that
And the Cheeseheads.
yes, a team that can get the ball rolling fast. Once they get in a groove, you can't really stop them.
You can't stop Aaron Rodgers in the groove.
And that's the thing. They have Aaron Rodgers. Like, you just can't beat that in general.
You have the experience.
On the other side, you have a young team with the Bills looking for redemption after last year. Josh Allen, obviously, future MVP, whether it happens this season, next season, or the year after that, or multiple, who knows. And you have a defense that is as stout as ever. Grant, they didn't look that great against the Titans the other night, but the whole season they've looked like that they're the best out here on both sides of the ball.
And will the ghost of the Jim Kelly years be haunting them?
Yeah.
That is a thing, too.
Would it be hovering
I
on
am
that team?
I am a big superstitious type of individual here, and I do think that curses like that haunt teams.
4.
But I don't think it's haunting them now, ladies and gentlemen. In this simulation, the Bills win the Super Bowl. How do you guys feel about that with the Packers-Bills matchup? John, let me go with that, because you have been big on the Aaron Rodgers revenge tour this year.
Oh, I can't go against the Packers. I mean, I think
So you think they beat the Bills in the Super Bowl right now?
the Packers win. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think
I think it'd be a good Super Bowl. Of course, my heart would say I want to see the Packers so Aaron Rodgers can get his second one and ride off to the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I think it's the Bills. I don't think the you see what that locker room would be like, because if that coach didn't bring up them Jim Kelly years and stuff like that, and use that as a motivation, I think they do that, and I think this Bills team would be hyped up, and I think they would beat the Packers.
Interesting.
I think this is the revenge tour. I think the Packers. They outscore them. It's gonna be a high scoring game. I think Packers would outscore the Bills, and just the veteran out of Aaron Rodgers would come out and just would out compete Josh
Because
Allen.
you think that the networks, it's going to be brought up. How many times the Buffalo has been
Oh,
there?
yeah.
You know, are they Michigan State Spartans and Tom Izzo like one of the Final Fours?
Oh, yeah.
They had
Always
4
losing.
trips to Super Bowl
Yeah.
and lost all of them. That would be brought up. So, and they know that that's being talked about.
I
And I
just
think they finally get that monkey off their back and they finally win one.
I mean, Grant, don't get me wrong. Those old Bills teams, they were great, but I think right now with how the NFL is, like looking at how the AFC AFC is. I don't think a Ravens, Chargers, Titans, Bills, Bengals, Raiders, Steelers playoff format will hold on through until the end of the year. I still think it's going to get mixed up. Like, teams will be adding, teams will be dropped. But I think no matter who's in it, I just don't see anyone taking out the Bills. And on the other side, don't get me wrong, I think
they're a good team.
I think the more stacked the conference is the NFC.
Oh, I think definitely too. Yeah.
But I think when you buckle it down, like the way the Buccaneers defense has been, I'm counting them out. The Cardinals, as much as I'm sold on them now, I think experience will fuck them over in the long run.
And at the end of when you play it out to the end of the season, you don't know how many injuries, what these teams are going to be like. They're going to be different teams.
Yeah.
They could be better, they could be worse. You never know. But as of today, right now, the way the teams are playing,
I think Bills are the best one.
taking the Bills.
Yeah, Bills.
And I think it's close.
I don't know. I think
It's definitely a close one. It'll definitely be a shootout, but
Packers are rolling right now.
I'd go Bills too.
I mean, I would like in a matchup like that right now. I wouldn't doubt if the Packers won, but I feel like the kryptonite, even though Aaron Rodgers can nitpick any defense, I think the Bills' defense could just gain the momentum, gain the confidence to head in and be like, fuck this guy.
I don't see any team being able to stop the trio of Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams.
What about the Saints?
That ain't that game was washed. Vegas had something to do with it. I don't know.
I think that they still thought it was preseason or something.
Yeah, they didn't care.
We're in week
Aaron
one?
Rodgers
Wait a
didn't
minute.
care. He was making the book.
He
was
was
the star of the
he
chapter.
was. It's the drama that he
Yes.
all wants. So that was our first simulation. We'll do that at other points in the season. I thought through week 6, it's a good little stopping point now. Because we're a third in the year now. Yeah, we're a third way mark.
You bring up a good point. Was that in Aaron Rodgers' head that first week? Like after a while,
Oh,
he
yeah.
knew he started getting beat, and he just went, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah, I think
I'm not going to be
so.
here
He knew
next
the Saints
year.
aren't gonna
I'm
make the
pissed off.
playoffs.
This team's, just had a shit attitude for one game, and just said fuck.
He
it.
wants a
Yeah.
dramatic.
Did you see how just hyped he is with that team now? Did you see what just that rushing touchdown against the Bills?
Yeah.
He just looked at the crowd. He said, "I own you. I own you. I fucking
And he
own
does.
you."
You do see a different Aaron Rodgers. He's into it.
I will.
And then he's bringing back the best celebration of all time.
Discount double check, ladies and gentlemen. Discount double check. It's back.
Right.
I will say though, these rumors have been hot in the streets. Something to talk about down the road. We're already teasing at some off-season discussions. Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers though. Is it happening?
No
way.
Is it happening?
I would never watch football again.
Like I said, we'll touch base on it down the road when the season's over, but that's gaining a lot of traction.
I think it all depends on what happens this year if he wins one or not.
I think no matter what, whether they win one or not, he's done.
If he wins,
I
one,
feel like
think he
he's.
retires. I think he retires if he wins one.
You never know if he loses one this
I think
year
he comes back.
and then gets traded to wants to go to another team, still has another year, and
Goes to
they
49ers.
pay him the bag. Because they'll pay the bag.
Aaron Rodgers is the NFL version of Ben Simmons right now, but the thing is, he's playing, and no matter what happens, he's leaving right after.
And Aaron Rodgers is good.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers to the NFL is no comparison to Ben Simmons to the NBA.
Well, no shit like that. But I'm saying with their situations with their teams. Listen here. As much fun as Aaron Rodgers might be having, in the back of his head, he probably walks past some front office execs and is like, "Fuck you today." Dude.
Yeah, he probably does, but not to the point where he's going. He knows if you can do all that shit in the preseason and training camp. Yeah, he can fuck off all he wants like that. But once it's on, it's on.
Oh yeah.
And I think he's in his zone. And that's the difference. Ben Simmons, it's on right now, and he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he just wants out. Yeah. But does he even want to play basketball, ladies and gentlemen?
He just wants out, but he sabotages his team to do it.
It's an NFL show.
We'll keep it with NFL, and with that being said, we'll go, as John alluded, like we always have on the show, our best team of the week here. John and I, we actually have the same one. And do you? No, he doesn't, so we'll leave that for a moment. But the Ravens. For both of us.
As much as I didn't want to do it, I hate the Ravens.
I know.
But they're just...
I did not think that they would beat the Chargers
I
like that.
cannot deny this win that they just had. And just with this injuries that they were having, and I don't know, the Ravens are just all over the place, and then they look good, they look bad, and they're the team of the week. What can I say? I don't know.
That's why they're weird, because like I said, they're 5-1 right now, but like they could easily be 1-5 with how their games went.
But I just can't deny what they've been doing.
Because in my opinion, you guys heard me on the last episode. Well, first off, time out here, since I'm going based on shit I said in last episode. I said that to get the Rams defense, and I said the Giants would throw 4 interceptions. They threw 3. I was close, and the Rams defense was stout. Where was I headed with this? Oh yeah, because my prediction last week, I thought Chargers +3 was a lock. It wasn't my moral lock, but I thought it was a lock, and I didn't expect the Ravens to blow them out 34-6. That's why when I look at them and see
None
what
of
they
us
did and how Lamar's playing, they were the best team of the week. Not the best team in the AFC, best of the week. Guru, who's your best team of the week before we get into picks?
Tennessee Titans.
Oh.
You took down the big dog.
Yeah.
And it was a dog fight.
It was.
That was back and forth. But that 10-0 in the fourth quarter when you outscored them.
Oh, that was a game changer.
That
right
was
there.
huge right there. But that whole team's clicking right now.
And it also helps having Derrick Henry, having Julio making circus catches off defenders' helmets.
But, back to Lamar real quick. We all know that I've never been a real big Lamar fan. However, I think he dropped a few dimes, some long ones.
You did,
But that one to Marquise Brown. Mm-hmm. And I think he was passing a little better, but he still makes us. He's not consistent in that passing, but he did pass the ball a little better where he didn't have to run around all the time.
Oh yeah, I feel like I look at his passing as very weird. I still feel like Lamar is in the realm now of to where like you can blame some of the passes on him, but also look at how shitty his receivers have been at times this season as well.
It all comes down, can he do it in the playoffs?
Yeah, and granted we saw only one win so far from him, but is he getting deep?
That was a defensive win by the Ravens, though.
Well, it
They
was.
stopped. They shut down Derrick Henry.
Are the receivers making him look better? A little bit?
Not really. When Marquise Brown is dropping 3 catches in the end zone, hell no. But yet again, that's not making Lamar look bad. That's making Marquise look bad.
But he bounced back and had a good game.
He did. Drop dick on the Chargers. Like we said, this is a dong show, ladies and gentlemen.
Dong.
And he was dropping dong right there. But another person dropping dong, ladies and gentlemen, is me when it comes to these picks. All right, last week, week 6, I won 10-4. John with his first positive week.
And my first mortal lock. Shout out to the Cowboys.
Way to go, Johnny.
John, you
get kudos to Johnny.
You get some kudos there.
Thank you.
Guru, he flipped what John had with a 6-8 record.
Good.
But overall, I was the first to eclipse 50 wins. Have not eclipsed 40 losses yet, might I add. I sit at 54, 39-1. The Guru behind me, 45, 48-1. And John making a little comeback on the Guru there, 41, 52.
What did I tell my fans?
But
only thing we could do.
Go up.
That's it. You gotta keep clawing away at it.
We find out what each other's picks are when we do this show. Last week I was making notes on games I would gain up on, and in each game I won. This in terms of a week of just extending the lead, getting further, big fucking week.
You keep on sucking your own dick.
Yes, I will. I will.
I was just gonna go there.
I will.
Are you done yet or what?
Well, are you guys 54, 39-1?
It's week 6. It's week 6.
It's week 6, but
week 6. Let it out.
It's week 6, but have I slowed down?
Remember what I said? Worry most when you boast.
All right, Dodgers down 1-0. It's only second inning. All right, let's move on though. We got Thursday night game. Broncos heading into a very, very beat up Cleveland Browns team right now.
Hey, Baker Mayfield out.
Everyone's basically out with that team right now. And is Kevin Stefan? No, it was the Cardinals
Who's
coach.
the backup over there?
Case Keenum.
Oh, I love Case Keenum.
But with that being said, this game is my mortal lock. They're beat up. Broncos +2.
Ooh, no. I hate betting on I've been on the Broncos the past. Let's see, they're a couple losses. I'm done betting them. Don't care. The Browns are hurt. Browns are at home. Browns are at home.
The Browns have no running backs. They have no wide receivers. They have no team.
Browns are at home. Broncos are frauds. Browns -2. There's a reason it's -2. It's gonna be a close game. Browns are gonna come down. Case Keenum's gonna lead them down to a last second field goal, and I call you. Hey, you watching this, buddy? Boom, hits it.
No.
And you owe me $10.
No. Guru, who you got?
This is a tough one, but you know what? I'm with John. Broncos fucked me last week. Go Browns.
Let's go.
All right, well, that is a game that I'm marking down that I could gain on both. So I'll take another win. Why not?
See, that's the problem.
I'm not going to call it a lock, though.
Well, I'm giving it a lock because you're going against a banged-up team.
A lock?
Hey, if Alabama was going up against a YMCA team, you lock Alabama there. This is a case of what we're about to get right now.
No, that's a terrible comparison.
Moving on, though, we have a scrub match down south. We got the Falcons of Atlanta going up against Miami. In Miami, Miami, they lose to individuals who have sex addictions. I'm talking about Urban Meyer. I'm taking Falcons -2.5.
This is an ugly game. Falcons -2.5.
Yeah. I got it, too. Falcons.
Yeah.
Fuck, the Dolphins Last year was a tease.
Matt Ryan can't go in there and beat this fucking
Yeah.
team.
In my opinion, I've been waiting for the Dolphins to become a good team, and after they went 10-6, missed out on the playoffs last year, they gave me blue balls this year.
How did Matt
But you
Ryan...
see this 2.5 though?
It's a dangerous line.
That's a danger. Yeah.
Dolphins are ass.
Falcons, they're going to win. They're going to cover. They'll win by field goal or some shit. Moving on, though, we have the Carolina Panthers kind of getting a little bit exposed after a hot start.
Yeah.
But this is kind of a test to where they will figure out, can you beat a shitty team in the New York Giants? I think so. I'm going Panthers -3.
Both the teams I've been betting on all year, and they have not been winning for me. So, kind of a little dispute right now. But, like Frank Sinatra said, New York. Giants +3.
There really there really hasn't been a lot of hot teams against the spread this year. There's a lot of 3-3s, 2-4s, 1-4s. I'm going to pick the Panthers here. But if the Panthers lose this game,
They're frauds. Well, but they are.
that means
frauds.
they ain't shit
They're
without
worse.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, they're worse than frauds.
Okay,
at
Christian
least.
McCaffrey is your whole fucking team if you don't beat the Giants.
I mean,
Nothing.
well, no. What I was about to say, I think even with Christian McCaffrey, they're frauds.
I know, but I'm saying to
No.
beat the Giants, you need Christian McCaffrey to beat the Giants. If you lose, that's pretty fucking sad.
That's a game where even with McCaffrey on the lineup, I could see them losing.
But this is a game because the G-men screwed me last week when I went with them, took the points,
Well,
and they fucked me.
Yeah.
Now I'm going against the G-men. You watch. They'll probably win this game.
I hope so. Let's go.
Panthers
We'll
-3. Moving on, we have a pretty interesting matchup. We have Joe Burrow and the Bengals heading into Baltimore to go up against the Ravens. Line is at -6.5 for Baltimore. I'm going with the second best team in the AFC North. Give me Bengals +6.5.
No.
Although Ravens was my team of the week, I think Ravens win this game, but I think Bengals cover. I think Bengals +6.5.
I don't think
I like it. Bengals are a good, solid team, and they're going to compete, and they're going to make it hard for the Ravens to win this game.
I will say Bengals, they're solid. I don't see them winning it though. But with that +6.5, they're going to cover. Guru, who you got?
This is kind of a tough one, but I'm going Ravens because they're at home. I don't like the 6.5, but I'm going to lay the 6.5 because I think the Bengals are going to put up a fight, but I think the Ravens, the way they're playing right now, they should be able to beat the Bengals. If you're that good of a team, you should be able to beat this team by more than a touchdown. At least a touchdown and cover that.
The Bengals
6.5.
aren't bad though.
I know the Bengals ain't bad. That's why I'm afraid this game might be closer than that, and you guys might be on something taking those points. But I think the Ravens at home against the Bengals, a decent Bengals team, you still should be able to beat them by a touchdown. But it's the NFL. I mean, even
It is.
It
a
is.
6.5, 7-point line,
National
they ain't
football
shit
league.
anymore.
Yeah.
But
So,
wait till you see what we got coming up.
so moving on from that, we have a matchup of the 2020 AFC Championship game. We got the Chiefs heading into the Tennessee of Titansville. I want Titans +5.5.
This is disrespectful towards Tennessee.
It is very
At
disrespectful.
home, you just beat the best team in the AFC, and you're underdogs at home. Tennessee +5.5. They got the hungry dog.
This is an example of just the Chiefs. They're still getting favorited when it's the
LeBron
moment.
effect. It's the LeBron
Yes,
effect.
that is probably the most.
It's the
I couldn't put
LeBron
it-
effect. It's the Michigan effect. It's that they have that name, so they
Yeah.
gotta be good.
Like that is a very disrespectful line right there. Titans +5.
Then you lose to Ohio State by 60 points. Then you lose to the Suns in the first round. It's like
Guru, who
You
you got?
think about this from a Vegas point of view. Why did they set the line at +5.5 the Titans at home? Do they know that there's so many Chiefs fans out in the world, and so many people think the Chiefs are ready for a big win right here, that they're going to cover that 5.5 that they had to give?
I
They had to
think.
do it like this?
I think.
Because even if
you're really thinking on these.
It's got, because this is a weird line, but you know what? I'm taking those 5.5 Titans at home. Titans are going to beat the Chiefs outright.
Yeah,
They don't need those
I
points.
agree.
No, I agree. After that, we have the New York Jets heading up against the Patriots of New England in Foxborough. This is a classic matchup if you're a Patriots fan because it's an easy win for you. Patriots -7, lock it in.
Yeah.
Patriots looked good last week. Although they lost, they looked good against a good Cowboys team.
I didn't expect it going that
Bold
far.
take right here.
They
Bold
built
take.
the fight.
Put it under. Put it under. Pats are gonna make the playoffs. Wild card. They're gonna do it. They looked good last week. I have hope in them.
This is one of my locks.
Pats -7.
I'm going to lock this one in too. Pats -7. I mean, Mac Jones, Bill Belichick. It's at home in Foxborough. No, not in my house. They got to cover this 7.
Fucking
Oh, they're going
Jets.
to. Zach Wilson.
This ain't going to come down to a fucking field goal.
Zach Wilson should be at BYU right now, not being able to drink caffeine, not being
Just
able
be
to talk
sobered
to
up,
women.
as
Yeah.
sober as ever. After that, we have a rematch of the 2015 NFC divisional game. Washington up against, actually wild card, I'm pretty sure. Washington heading into Lambeau. Packers, the line is set at -8.5. That's what I'm taking. You'd be stupid if you didn't. Washington's defense is not good this year. I don't know how it isn't. And Aaron Rodgers is, John Dewitt, he's going to lay
Oh,
dong. There we go.
with the discount.
Yes. A dong.
Dong discount.
Yeah, dong
It's
discount.
Double dong discount.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a cheesehead fanatic. So Packers -8.5 is my water lock.
Ooh.
Shouts out all the cheese heads out there.
We got.
For some reason, this one scares me. But it's the Packers at home. I'm going to lay the 8.5 myself.
Lay it
I think it just scares me because it's more than a touchdown. And the way these lines have been, I've been getting screwed. So, but it's the Packers. Let's do it.
In Lambeau too, and they're wearing their
Lambeau. You're at home.
1950s throwback unis, which
Yeah.
look pretty fucking nice, might I
Those are
add.
pretty sharp.
Afterwards, we have the. It's not a homecoming, but in a way it is. We have Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff going up against each other's old teams. It's Rams versus Lions. The line here is higher than me on a Saturday night. Rams -15.
Oof.
That's what I'm taking. And be aware, ladies and gentlemen, for a crying Dan Campbell video. Also, hot take here about Dan Campbell. Yes, the Lions, they haven't won yet. A lot of people are already saying, oh, fuck Dan Campbell, this is that. I think Dan Campbell was the right hire at the wrong time for the Lions. I truly think so. I think this would, how the Lions should have handled this is, yeah, you need a coach to kind of build a foundation, but I feel like the Lions are so beat up in the rebuild process now to where you need about 4 years until you're like, okay, they got pieces, now they're going to try and make something happen. I just think Dan Campbell's going to get fired after
It needs
next
to be the
season on
Browns
some dumb
effect.
shit.
You need 20
No.
different quarterbacks. You need 20 different coaches.
Yes,
You need
yes.
all this.
And it all
it's gonna
leads
take,
to
It's
one.
going to take a whole decade, maybe 2 decades to become good again. Rams -15. Lions suck. It's easy.
Yeah.
I also took the Rams -15. It's a heck of a lot of points. But last week I went against the Lions and I finally won one. Betting against the Lions, okay? But this one here, I got the old bottle on standby just in case because it is the fucking Lions and I'm going against you.
Peanut butter whiskey.
All right? So
Let's get it going.
we're going to keep this
No free
around
advertisement.
just
Pay
in
us,
case.
screwball.
Just in case.
So we're all taking Rams -15 there. Our picks have been kind of the same ever since the Bengals Ravens, which we can John and I can both gain.
A lot of home
Guru.
teams. I'm going a lot of home teams.
Oh yeah. Afterwards we have Philly going up against the 1-0 Chuckless Raiders. I saw the win coming last week. People thought I was insane. I might be a little bit, but not insane in that department. Raiders, they're going 2-0 without Chucky. Their coach is out. That piece of shit's out of there. Raiders -3. Lock it in. Tell your bookmaker. Who you got?
Eagles suck. Raiders -3.
Yeah.
Raiders.
If you root for the Eagles or bet with the Eagles, you're asking for pain. And to show how crazy Eagles fans are, I remember seeing a tweet around preseason where a dude he lost $300 on betting an Eagles preseason game. How crazy of a scumbag you got to be.
However, if you would have bet with the Eagles and took the points last week, you would have beat against the Bucks. You'd have won.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I told
I
my
took
brother. I told
the,
my
took
brother.
the Bucks and top. So
Told my brother not
if
to.
the Eagles suck that bad, Tom Brady, what the fuck? 6 points?
Well, no one saw the Eagles coming back like they did towards the end.
That defense sucks, and they just
Why'd you
stopped
let 'em in?
trying. They
He-
stopped
why'd you
trying
let 'em
in the
in?
fourth quarter.
Tom Brady likes a little bit of dramatics, especially against teams that he holds a little bit of a grudge on.
No, he
Obviously,
likes to
Eagles
screw
beat the
us.
Patriots in the Super
That game
Bowl.
was rigged. I could go on 10 hours of how the refs gave the Eagles that game, but I'm not going to.
So after that, speaking of the devil, we got Bears heading into Tampa Bay to go against the Buccaneers, of course. This line, higher than me on a Wednesday night.
When's it?
Which is today.
Today.
Minus 12.5
TGI.
to Buccaneers. I'm taking that because as much as the Bears are clicking, getting something going, I don't think it's enough to take down the Buccaneers, even with a banged up defense.
This is plain and simple. Bears are not good. Justin Fields, we had high hopes for you.
We still do. We're not.
Nah, I don't know. My hopes have been going down. What about you, Guru? You still got hopes for her?
I still got hopes for him.
You're off.
I guess
You're off.
I'm off the
Still
train.
got hopes for him.
I'm not wasting $100 on your jersey. I will buy
A jersey shirt.
Yeah, I wouldn't go buy his jersey right away, but
yes. Bucks minus.
it's his first year.
Yeah, Bucks minus. What was
No,
it?
come on, you
We're
gotta give
talking
him
about this
some
year's rookie year. We were saying
Look at
It's a pretty shitty rookie
Bucks-
class, if we're being honest. Though
the quarterback
Not-
sucked this year.
Mac
Yeah,
Jones is the best quarterback out of this
Bucks
class.
minus
though.
12.
He's going to end up being the gem of this class.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
He's
you
in
could
good
already-
hands,
You can already
too.
see it, yeah.
Who you going?
So what,
with?
he's going with the Bucks, obviously.
Yes.
He's got Brady in him.
Well, yeah. Get that Brady.
This is not. I don't like this
Dog.
line. You couldn't cover 6.5 against the fucking Eagles. What makes you think you're going to cover 12.5 against the fucking Bears?
Well, you think they will? Looking
I
at
know.
your
I
sheet.
circled it, and I'm going to lay those points. But you know what?
Oh.
This could be a get fucked game. I'd stay away from this game, but we don't stay away from games on this program. So
Yeah.
lay the 12.5.
Next game, another line that's high. This one
This
higher
is-
than me on a Friday night. We got Texans going in to Arizona. Very hot there. The line is Cardinals minus 17.5. They're going up against the Texans, guys. Also, timeout here.
Texans
I saw
are-
earlier, and I didn't mention it. Rumor
Sean
has it,
Watson to Miami.
by the end of the week,
Welcome to Miami.
Miami is a shitty city, though.
Well,
Not
downtown-
South Beach. South Beach, beautiful.
Downtown Miami, disgusting.
2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting.
Will Smith lied.
It's a
You need to
shithole.
be more specific in your songs
Shithole.
and call it Miami South Beach.
So we could be getting a Deshaun Watson talk next week, but I just want to throw that little teaser out there. We'll obviously stay tuned with that. But I'm going Cardinals minus 17.5. John, who you got?
I was watching the Texans and I saw a split of them looking good, and I just hate the Cardinals to where I can't take them putting this many points. You know, they did just destroy the Browns, but no team goes back to back.
They've won 6 straight.
No team goes back to back like more than 17-point wins.
Uh-oh.
But I said this once. I've said this. Whoa. That carrot's getting close.
Is he
but
going to take it? The Carrot's
I
got
said
17.5
I said
on
this
it.
to the Bills though against the Texans. I said this is too many points. I don't like it, and I marked down the Texans plus 17.5. But I'm rethinking about when the Bills destroy the Texans by what?
Whoa,
Make
he's
your
not gonna
choice
bite.
now. Here, are you
He's
biting
not
or
gonna
not?
bite.
Are you biting or
Is
not?
he going to bite it? Is he taking that carrot?
Cardinals minus
No,
17.5.
he's not.
The
No, he's
carrot
not.
goes. Smart move there. Smart
He's
move.
laying it. He's laying it.
Guru, who you got? Texans, Cardinals.
The only reason why I'm taking the Cardinals, I mean, this line's like fucking college football lines. The Cardinals and Ravens are 5-1 against the spread. The only 2 teams in the whole.
Packers.
This is like betting.
NFL.
This is betting Alabama
Oh, and
every
the-
week.
And Packers.
Packers too, yeah. Those 3 teams. So give me the Cardinals just for that reason.
Yeah, imagine being an Alabama better. You have to play 20 points online.
After that, we have a matchup between the Colts of Indianapolis and the Niners of the 40s of the San Francisco Bay Area, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to the Giants there. Your season got ended last week. But I'm picking Colts plus 4 here. I think this is going to be a weird matchup. But I think, listen here, as bad as the Colts are,
Colts suck.
the roster they have together works. It works. They're just running into a bunch of powerhouses, getting spanked around to start the season. Colts plus 4.
I'm going to disagree with you. Colts suck. 49ers minus 4.
Fair.
Trey Lance is going to get his first W.
Is he starting this week?
I'm pretty sure Jimmy G's still out.
Interesting. Guru, who you got?
I got the Colts plus 4. They're 4-2 against the spread. You got to remember, they took the Ravens and the Colts to go to overtime to decide that game after the Colts laid up. You can't lay up on the 49ers, though, especially when you're on the road.
Interesting.
But I'm taking those points.
So moving into the last game, Monday night game. Once again, the shitty Seahawks are in a primetime game
Don't
back-to-back
say
weeks.
shitty. They're
They're
not
shit.
good, but they're not bad.
They're dog shit.
They're in the line of...
They're dog shit.
Okay.
They're dog shit. Russell Wilson talks to himself before every game. Kind of weird.
He's still
you don't have to worry about it now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still out.
But I'm going. It's Saints Seahawks in Seattle. The 12th man will be roaring. But you're dealing with fucking Superman with laser vision. I'm talking about LASIK Jameis. Give me the -5, ladies
Ooh,
and gentlemen.
disgusting. The fact
He's
that's-
laying it on the road.
Yeah,
Is
laying it on
Russell
the road.
Wilson still injured?
Yes.
Don't care, because guess what? We got the 12th man. We got Geno Smith. Seahawks +5 at home. That's a steal. If I didn't already have a motor lock, I'd lock this.
It's only +5 because there's no Russell Wilson. However, they're 3-3 against the spread, and if you look at the trend this year, win, 2 losses, win, 2 losses. Here comes
Win.
another win. Seahawks, give me the 5
I
points.
love this man.
Fuck
over
it,
here.
I don't care.
This man does his research. We don't.
Listen
40
here.
45,
He knows his
48.
stuff.
Looking at that game right there, and looking at some of the other ones, I do want to pinpoint where the standings are right now. Obviously, overall with the picks, it goes me, Guru, John. Breaking down the Broncos and Browns game, I could gain on both. The Panthers and Giants game, both the Guru and I could gain on John. The Bengals Ravens game, John and I could gain on the Guru, and then Colts Niners, Guru and I could both gain on John. And then Saints Seahawks, or vice versa, of course. And then Saints Seahawks, I could gain on both. So
That's not gonna
there will
We got
be
some different ones.
there are some different ones. The season, as we head into Week 7, it's getting spicy, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a tough week to pick.
It was
is.
a very.
I didn't like these spreads.
I think it's one of the toughest
I
so
think
far.
I'm gonna watch them if
I didn't mind them, but if I look at it and I have a losing record after this week, I wouldn't doubt it. Well, not overall, but just how the week goes. So that's the episode, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. Well, actually, I always do final. John, what's your final thought?
Final thoughts. Chicago Bears. Remember one thing. Who owns you?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Cheesehead. Boom. Discount. Dong check.
Guru, final thoughts?
Bills, your coach fucked up.
So
right.
mad for our parlay.
Just a little bump in the road. Keep rolling. You got a great team. Watch out for them Titans, though.
Watch out for the Titans. My final
In the
thoughts.
AFC.
Don't let the John Gruden emails make you forget that this whole investigation is about the Washington football team and Dan Snyder. And Jackson Mahomes is working with Dan Snyder to make their whole legacy bad. And remind you guys,
Well take.
Dan Snyder and the Washington football team, they retired Sean Taylor's number to get their ass out of the mud for a little bit. But with that being said, doing that put their ass in the mud even more because their honorary celebration of the late, great Sean Taylor only lasted about a minute in a packed halftime. So Dan Snyder and Washington,
They're fucked.
fuck you all. Fuck everyone a part of that team. You guys all suck. And yeah, we'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 5th quarter. Peace.
See ya.